All right, let's get one thing straight. Before you pack your bags for South Africa, I need you to do me a favor. Take that mental image you have of Africa. You know the one. It's probably from a movie, maybe The Lion King. There's a single acacia tree on a vast, dusty savanna. A giraffe is majestically silhouetted against a setting sun. And somewhere in the background, a chorus is singing something dramatic in Zulu. It's beautiful, it's cinematic, and it's about as accurate as a weather forecast from a groundhog. You're expecting to step off the plane and have a lion greet you at baggage claim, maybe ask if you need help with your luggage. I hate to break it to you, but it's probably not going to happen. The reality is you'll land at an airport. A real modern airport with Wi-Fi that's probably faster than yours back home. You'll see people in suits, people on their phones, people rushing to catch connecting flights. It's shockingly normal. Only immediate clue you're in a different place might be the accents, which sound a lot like mine, but with a dozen other variations you've never heard before. So, congratulations, you've made it to Africa. The version with highways, shopping malls, and coffee shops that will charge you an absurd amount for a flat white. The lions are here, don't worry, but they're professional enough to stay in their designated areas. They have standards. So, what is this place really? South Africa is less a single-serving country and more like a buffet of experiences crammed into one. First stop, Cape Town, the mother city. This is the city that's so good-looking, it's almost arrogant about it. You've got the ocean on one side, and on the other, a giant, flat-topped mountain just sitting there, looking down on everyone. And they call it Table Mountain. How humble. People see this mountain and their first instinct is to climb it or take a cable car up. Why? To get a better view of the city they just left. Go up high, look down at where you were and say, wow, I was just down there. 1 minute you're in the V&A waterfront, which is so polished and pristine it feels like a Disneyland for adults with good credit scores. You can buy a diamond, eat a 5-star meal, and watch seals perform for free in the harbor. Then, you can drive 20 minutes and be in a neighborhood like Bokar, where the houses are painted in every color of the rainbow. It looks like a bag of Skittles exploded. It's vibrant, it's historic, and every corner smells like spices that will make you question your life choices in the best way possible. The vibe in Cape Town is relaxed, almost too relaxed. People here operate on what's affectionately known as Africa time. This means if you have a meeting at 2 p.m., it's perfectly acceptable for people to start arriving around 2:15, maybe 2:30. For an American, this is chaos. You're all about schedules, punctuality, and efficiency. And let's not forget the wind. They call it the Cape Doctor because it supposedly blows all the pollution away. What they don't tell you is that it will also try to blow your hat, your sunglasses, and your dignity away with it. You'll see people walking at a 45-degree angle just to stay upright. It's a city where a good hair day is a myth, and holding onto your belongings is a full-time job. Now we head to the main event. The reason many of you booked the ticket in the first place, Kruger National Park. This is where the brochure promises come to life. You're expecting to be a rugged explorer, venturing deep into the untamed wilderness. Your khaki outfit on your binoculars around your neck, ready to discover a new species. The reality? You're in a Toyota Corolla, stuck in a line of other Toyota Corollas because someone up ahead has spotted a lion. It's less of a safari and more of a wildlife-themed traffic jam. It's the only place in the world where getting stuck in traffic is the entire point of the trip. A few impalas on the side of the road, that's a 1-car, maybe 2-car stop. A zebra, okay. Things are getting a little more serious. Maybe 3 or 4 cars pull over. A giraffe, now we're talking. That's a definite slowdown. But a lion, or even a rumor of a lion, that's a full-blown shutdown. Cars will stop dead in the middle of the road. People will hang out of their windows with cameras that have lenses bigger than their heads. And God forbid it's a leopard, you'd think the Beatles had just reunited. This is the number 3 thing you won't believe. The sheer, unadulterated patience people have for staring at an animal doing absolutely nothing. You'll join a crowd of cars, all focused on a single spot in the tall grass. What is it? You'll whisper. It's a lion, someone will say with breathless excitement. And you'll look and you'll see a brownish lump. It's not moving, it's sleeping. But you will sit there for 45 minutes along with 20 other cars just in case that brownish lump decides to twitch an ear. And the animals have caught on. They know they're the stars. The monkeys and baboons are the worst. They're like tiny, furry gangsters. They'll watch you, waiting for a moment of weakness. The elephants, on the other hand, are the kings of the road. They will walk right down the middle of the street and you will move. Let's talk about something truly terrifying for the average American visitor: driving. In South Africa, we drive on the left side of the road, or as you would call it, the wrong side. This simple fact will cause your brain to short circuit for the first few days. Every instinct you have will be wrong. You'll get into the car and sit in the passenger seat, wondering where the steering wheel went. You'll approach a roundabout, or a traffic circle as we call them, and have a minor existential crisis. Which way do I go? Who has the right of way? It's like learning to walk all over again, but with more potential for expensive accidents. The real fun begins when you have to use the turn signal. You will, without fail, turn on the windshield wipers every single time. Every single time. It's a rite of passage. You'll be making a left turn on a perfectly sunny day, and suddenly your wipers are going at full blast, smearing dust across the glass. It's the universal sign of a tourist. Locals will see it and just nod knowingly. Ah, a foreigner. They're trying to signal. And then there are the robots. When someone gives you directions and says, "Turn left at the next robot," don't panic. We're not living in a sci-fi movie. A robot is just a traffic light. Why? Nobody really knows. It's a perfect example of South African English, where we take a simple word and replace it with something far more interesting, just for fun. So when you're navigating, just remember, robots are your friends. Taxis are unpredictable. The windshield wipers are not your turn signal. You'll be fine. Probably. If there's one thing that unites South Africa, it's food. Specifically, meat cooked over an open flame. We call it a braai. You might call it a barbecue, but that would be a mistake. Calling a braai a barbecue is like calling a Super Bowl party a small get-together with snacks. A braai is a cultural institution. It's a social event that can last for hours. The stars of the braai are legendary. Boerewors, sosadis, lamb chops, steaks, and pretty much anything else that once had a pulse. Now let's discuss a national obsession, biltong. This is not beef jerky. Do not disrespect biltong by comparing it to that dry, leathery stuff you buy at gas stations. Biltong is cured, air-dried meat, seasoned with coriander and other spices. It can be moist, or dry, lean, or fatty. It's a delicacy, it's a snack, it's a way of life. South Africans will eat biltong anywhere, watching rugby, on a road trip, at their desks. It's the answer to most of life's problems. Feeling sad? Have some biltong. Feeling happy? celebrate with biltong. And then we go to Durban for something truly unique. Bunny chow. Don't worry, no bunnies are harmed in the making of this dish. A bunny chow is a hollowed-out loaf of white bread filled with curry. It's a culinary marvel of engineering. It's a dish born out of necessity, designed to be a portable, edible container. You eat it with your hands, using the bread you scooped out to mop up the curry. It's messy, it's spicy, and it's one of the most satisfying meals you will ever have. It's a perfect symbol of South Africa's multicultural heritage. It's delicious, and you'll need a lot of napkins. South Africa has 12 official languages. Yes, you read that right. 12. English is one of them. It means you can generally get by. You won't have to learn Xhosa with its famous clicks or Afrikaans, which sounds a bit like a German farmer in the Netherlands, but you'll still hear words that make no sense. We've made our own version of English, a cultural Frankenstein. First, greetings. The most common is how's it? It's short for how is it? It can mean hello, how are you? What's up? The usual reply. How's it? Back or sharp. Lekker. A super useful word. It means great, cool, delicious, awesome. A good meal is lekker. A beautiful day is lekker. A fun party is lekker. When lost for words, say lekker with a smile. It's the universal positive adjective. Timing next. You'll hear now and just now. They don't mean what you expect. Just now could mean in 5 minutes or in an hour. It's a vague, non-committal time. Now is a bit sooner, but still not immediate. It's a system that defies precision. For clock-driven Americans, it's maddening. Embrace the ambiguity. The task will get done. Eventually. Finally, shame. We add shame to everything. But it's not always pity. See a cute baby. Someone says, ag. Shame. It's endearment, like, oh. If a friend had a bad day, you say shame, sympathy. See a puppy, shame. It's an all-purpose emotional response. It's confusing at first, but once you get it, you'll be saying shame at cute animals and lekker after a good meal. You're practically a local. If Cape Town is the sophisticated supermodel and Johannesburg is the ambitious businessman, then Durban is the laid-back surfer dude who also happens to be an amazing cook. Located on the east coast, Durban is where South Africa goes to the beach. The Indian Ocean here is warm, like bath water, warm. The vibe is tropical, humid, and relaxed. The dress code is shorts, flip-flops, and a thin layer of sweat. Durban is the heart of South Africa's Indian community, and that influence is everywhere, especially in the food. This is the home of the bunny chow we talked about earlier. The curries here are legendary, not for the faint of heart. When you order a curry in Durban and they ask how hot you want it, be very, very careful. Medium in Durban is call the fire department in most other places. Hot is a near-death experience, but it's a delicious, fragrant, profoundly flavorful kind of pain. It makes you sweat and cry, but you just can't stop eating it. Just when you think you've got South Africa figured out, you've seen the mountains, you've survived the traffic jams in Kruger, you've eaten a bunny chow, the country throws you a curveball, a colony of penguins on a beach near Cape Town. Yes, penguins. The birds you associate with Antarctica and freezing temperatures are just chilling on a beach called Boulder's Beach, waddling around and enjoying the sun. It's one of those sights that makes your brain do a double take. This is Africa, right? The hot continent? And yet, here are hundreds of tiny, adorable birds in tuxedos. This isn't a zoo or a theme park. These are wild African penguins, and they chose this specific, sheltered cove to build their home. You can walk along a boardwalk and watch them go about their day. You'll see them waddling in and out of the water, preening their feathers, and arguing with their neighbors. They are ridiculously cute and also surprisingly loud. For such small birds, they make a braying sound that sounds a lot like a donkey. The existence of these penguins is a perfect metaphor for South Africa. It's a place that constantly defies expectations. You come here looking for the big five: lion, leopard, rhino, elephant, and buffalo, and you find them. But you also find penguins. You find whales breaching off the coast. You find vast, empty deserts that bloom with wildflowers once a year. The sheer diversity of wildlife and landscapes is staggering. It's not just one ecosystem, it's a whole world packed into the southern tip of a continent. The biggest misconception is that Africa is a single story, a story of poverty or war or wildlife. South Africa shows a million different stories: the entrepreneur in Johannesburg, the winemaker in Stellenbosch, the surfer in Durban, the artist in Cape Town, a complicated, painful past, but also one that is vibrant, resilient, and relentlessly moving forward. It will challenge you, it will confuse you, it will make you laugh, and sometimes all in one afternoon. Go with an open mind. Leave your preconceptions at home, next to your oversized khaki hat. Be prepared to be surprised. Be prepared to be a little uncomfortable. Be prepared to drive on the wrong side of the road. Be prepared to turn on your wipers by mistake. The South Africa you'll discover is more interesting, more complex, more fun. It's not the Africa of your imagination. It's better. It's real. Absolutely, unapologetically lekker.